Hey guys, welcome to the channel. I have another EYOYO fishing camera. I actually had reviewed one probably, I would say it had been 2 years ago. This is maybe a different model, newer model, I'm not sure exactly, but they sent this to me to review, so at no charge, so I'm not getting paid to do it. They sent me the camera and I thought, yeah, I'll review it. So, but I will put a link to this on my Amazon store so you can check it out below in my description. So, got an instruction booklet. All kinds of little things. This is actually a hood. You put this hood on here to protect it. And if you're in the sunlight, the sun gets on the screen, you might not be able to see good with the sun shining. So you can fold this out straight actually and put this on there to protect from the sun. So, and it's pretty much like the last one I done. It has your spool, which is actually your electrical power going to your camera, and it's wrapped up in Velcro. Take the Velcro off and you can unspool it. This is you can hear Boo Boo in there. That's our little Jeep dog we got. This is of course the float to help the camera float instead of sinking all the way to the bottom. You don't want it sinking all the way to the bottom. Here is our charger for our battery pack, which is 12 volt 1 amp. So you plug it in AC wall outlet, plug it into your battery pack, which is right here, and charge the battery pack up. The battery pack says it's 12 volt 4.5 amp hour. So I'm not sure if this is a lead acid battery or what, or if it's a lithium ion. I can't see it on here saying. And then in here we actually have the camera itself, which kind of looks like a lure, almost like a fish. It's got an eye on it. It's got a place here where you can hook your line with your hooks, and then when you do that, you put your line and your hooks on here, and then below this, and then this camera will be aiming straight down onto the fish, looking at them from above. Or you can actually set it up to where it'll be horizontal by hooking your line onto here and make it to where it floats horizontal with your float above it, and then you can see them from the side if that's what you desire. Of course, then we have a couple different kinds of clips, and these clips here go on your rod, and that's to hold this wire when you're coming from your camera out to the end of your fishing pole. You put these on your pole, these little metal clips, and that holds the wire onto the pole. And there's all different sizes because the rod tapers and holds that up to keep it neat. There's a 7-inch screen here. So we'll look at these instructions a little bit. Well, right there's the specification. So it's 7-inch IPS screen. The resolution is 1024 by 600p. Camera lens is 1 megapixel AHD. It is waterproof IP68. And let's see here. Camera visible distance, clear water. Now it's going to make a difference if you're in a nasty lake or a pond and water's not very good. You're not going to see very far at all. So camera distance in clear water's 3 feet. And then it has the power adapter, which I said is 12.6 volt, 1 amp to charge the battery. The battery is a 4500 milliamp hour, or 4.5 amp hour. Charging time is 8 to 12 hours, and the run time of the camera is 6 to 8 hours. So the working temp on this is minus 20 to 60 degrees Celsius, or Fahrenheit would be -4 to 140 Fahrenheit. So it's a pretty good range. In the instructions here, it shows a couple things: how to connect your monitor to your battery and to your camera. To connect it, it tells you your settings on your camera, what buttons do what. You can see the camera with the spool here. Shows you how to plug your battery into the charger into the wall. Most people can accomplish that. It shows the different ways of connecting it. However you can see that. So this would be your vertical way of connecting it, and horizontal, you can see how your cord comes up your wire, and you put a couple of them rubber rings right there, and that'll hold it horizontal for viewing. So that's it. We'll plug this thing up, charge the battery, we'll plug it up and see how the picture looks. Then we'll take it in some water and see how clear the picture is. Alright, I got everything plugged in. So we'll turn the power button on. Oh, that came on quick. So pretty much we have the power button, up and down button, menu button, and some other buttons. Video 1 and 2, I'm not sure what that is yet. Here's our camera, which actually in here it looks pretty good. You can see that it does have some IR or infrared LEDs. You can see me right there and the camera. And it's actually lighting up with the infrared LEDs right now, which would be pretty nice probably underwater. So you can see, oop, I got it upside down. There you go. You can see how good the picture is. Actually pretty good. The screen looks really clear. I'm not sure about the other one, but I think it's clearer than the last one I had. There, it's level right there. So lay this down on our menu screen here. We'll try the menu and see what's in here. Brightness, it's at 50%. Contrast, saturation, language. Mode, 16:9, we want that. You can rotate it, so if you mount your camera a certain way and you wanted to mount it like this but it's upside down, you can rotate the picture so it's upright, which is a good idea. Contrast, go back to where it was. And then reset. That's about it in the menu. Then we have, of course, the plus and minus buttons to change through different things, through the different menus. So let's take this thing, connect it to a rod, and take it down and drop it in the water, just see what it looks like underwater. Okay, so depending on the size rod that you have, there's different sizes of these clips to hold the cable onto the rod. There's even a real small one for the tip. So you use them as it tapers down, different sizes. And what you would do would be take your camera cable, I mean you want to lengthen it out further than this, but I'm just showing you a demonstration. Put it in this clip and then run them down your rod like that. You just clip it on, and then your fishing line would still go through the normal place as normal, and you can actually use this camera if you don't want to put the hook and stuff on here. You can actually just use this as a camera, drop it down, and then use this for fishing. Put your regular fishing stuff onto here. Of course you would hook your fishing line onto here or here, depending on which way you want it, horizontal or vertical, your fishing line over your rod. And then if you had a different rod set up, you could actually fish, drop this down in the hole if you're ice fishing, and not even have it connected to your fishing rod, but just have the camera for viewing. So let's take this, let's look and see what the picture looks like. One thing to note about these two, this is just a viewing monitor. So it's not a DVR, it does not record. In my opinion, it would be super if they'd put an SD card slot, make it to where you could record the video of you fishing. Otherwise, for me to show you this video, I'm going to have to set my camera here in front of it, aim toward this screen, and just show you what's on the screen, because the video is not being recorded where I can actually take it off and put the video online. So the one other thing I wanted to show you in the book is that it does show your fishing line going through your eyes, and it shows putting the clips on your rod with the camera cable, how you do it. So let's take this, we'll have to take the camera and set it up, aim it toward this down at the water at the creek, and see how the picture looks like. Okay, here we are underwater. It's about 3-4 foot deep. You can see the top of the water there. I don't see fish. You see the rocks and the moss to the left and the rocks, but it's very hard probably to see it through this camera, but the image on the screen is crystal clear. I mean, really, really good. You can see the little bubbles, and now it's kind of twisting around a little bit, but it's actually extremely clear picture on the screen, so that I'm proud of. looking up under a little ledge. The picture is super clear. You can see that the infrared LEDs are working, shining on them rocks. I don't see any critters or no minnows, no fish at all, but it's extremely cold outside right now. So here I went and let it down deeper, pretty much on the bottom, so we're about 6 foot deep, 8 foot deep. The camera has a little bit of an up angle. I'm trying to turn slow, but it's kind of hard to do. But if you can see the picture on the screen itself, it is amazingly crystal clear. Here's another angle. Those rocks there you see standing up, that's some big tall rocks just standing up from the ground. Like maybe somebody put them there. See if we can turn around. But as I said, the image is extremely clear on this monitor. So the monitor is good. The camera is good. Good picture. See, like a metal beam or something sticking out there in the rocks. Something metal. Too bad I don't see any fish. But you can see the infrared LEDs are shining up under the rock. And you can see the moss up under there. Very good picture. So I have this drop down in the water here. You actually can't see it. It's down in these rocks. It's pretty deep water down there. It's so clear it don't look very deep, but in this nice crystal clear water, there's a lot of ice everywhere. So the ponds or lakes or anything is froze. Really kind of hard to get to them to make video, but this creek I figured would be a good spot. Even though I can't see any fish, no crawdads, I don't see anything for some reason. Usually I do, but anyway, that is the EYOYO camera. I don't even have the bobber on it right now. I just actually have it drop down in the water so we can see this image. But thank y'all for watching. Check out the link below. Subscribe to my channel. Click the thumbs up. Catch you on the next one. Right on.